Hello everyone, this is YLOG 4th grade worksheet, lesson 16, and so today our sections will be 4th grade worksheet, find the answer, so it seems to be just doing order of operations, multiplication, addition, and it seems to be just a bunch of word problems. So let's get started right away. Okay, so first things first, let's start with question 1. So it says find the answer, and number 1 we have 114 minus something is equal to 17. So in order to find this unknown, which is x, pretty much we can just rewrite it so that instead you're just looking for this value. So instead you can just do 114 minus 17, and that should give you that x. And so let's actually do the equation. So let me just erase this real quick. So turn this into 14, it's 7. And then you would have to turn this one into a 10. Because you borrowed a 10, you have to turn this to 0. So 10 minus 1, you get 97. So number 1 would be 97. So yeah, something as simple as that, and let's go to something, let's say number 4. It's pretty much the same scenario, just a little different numbers. So we're pretty much looking for this unknown value. Let me just write this for earlier. And for, let's say, our unknown value here, it's x again. So instead we're solving for x, not subtracting x, because then you wouldn't know. Then you would do 135 minus 51. So 5 minus 1 is just 4. 13 minus 5, you don't really have to actually do this whole thing, but you can if you want. So yeah, 13 minus 5, and that is just 80. So that'd just be 84. So number 4 would be 84. Let's say something like number 8, for example. So to do this, you would have to isolate x because you're looking for x. So you would have to subtract 360 from this side, and you have to move it over here. So whatever you do on the left, you do to the right. So you're also subtracting 360 here. This will get you x. So x would be equal to 436 minus 360. 6. And you turn this into 13. 13 minus 6, 7. And then you turn this into 3, and it works on your favorite. So number 8 would be x is equal to 76. Now let's go to something like multiplication. Alright, so we got bigger values now compared to the previous times. So let's start with number 1, and the easiest way is to just set it up as we have been setting it up for a lot of these order of operations. So first things first, 5 times 6, that's 30, so you put a 0, bring 3 over. 2 times 6, that's 12, plus 3, that's 15, so 1, you just put over here, and then 1 times 6, well, that's just gonna be 6 plus 1 is this. So you should get 750, and you're gonna have to add pretty much the tens place. So multiply this all out. This is just gonna be the exact same thing. Now you just add these, and you should get 2000 for your answer. That would be how you would do number 1. And so pretty much you just rinse and repeat for every single other equation. And let's do that again for number, let's say number 5. That seems like a good one. So actually, no, number 5. Let's go number 6. So let's do 238 or 39 times 18. And so we're gonna do that. 9 times 8 is 72. Bring the 7 over. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus 7, 31. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19. And then you add a 0, and then just exact same thing. So 2, 0, and bring the 1 over, so that's 3, and then 1. So you should get for number 6, 4,302. And yeah, so let's get moving on to the next one. Addition. So exact same thing, order of operations. If you just set it up correctly, everything is easy. Just take things one at a time. So for number 1, you just do 465 plus 213. So you just add these, 5 plus 3, 8. We don't gotta carry anything over. 6 plus 1, 7. Perfect. 4 plus 2, 6. Amazing. Now we just have 678. Now let's do something like questions 4 and 7. Let's start with 4 first. So 660 and 780. These obviously just make 8, 7. Oh, I should also add plus signs so I don't confuse you guys. And then you would add 6 plus 7, which is just 13. So for number 4, you should get 1300 or 1378. 1378. That should be your final answer. And let's go to number 7, as I said. 534 plus 239. Okay, there we go. Got 13, bring the 1 over. That's 3 plus 3, 6, 7, bam, 7. So you get 773. Right, finally, let's move on to word problem. So it says Sally has a total of 150 seashells she saw. She is able to sell 142 of the seashells to Sammy. How many seashells does Sally have left to sell? So pretty much, all you just want to do is pretty much set it up like this, because you know your variables and you know she sold, which means she lost of what she has, and it's just how much she has left. So how much does she have right now? And if you just do this, there's 10, 4. These just cancel out, so you don't have to worry about these. That's just 10 minus 2. You know what that is? That's 8. So you would just have 8 seashells. Simple as that. So let's go into like question, let's say 3. Yeah. So that's Caitlin has 120 different colors of paint. She uses 1/4 of her paint on a raw boss painting. How many colors of paint has Caitlin not used at the end at all? Okay, so we do know she used 1/4 of her paint, and she has pretty much 120 different colors. Now you know that, so that this is going to be the whole. 4 over 4, which is just the whole, is equal to 120. So what does that mean? That means she used 1/4, so it's only 1. So you can just set it up as a ratio like this. That should get you 30. So that means she used 30. But that's not your answer. It's how much did she not use? You gotta look for these kind of keywords. So you get 120 minus 30. And then technically this is technically just 12 minus 3, which is just 9. So she didn't use 90 colors. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.